Well, one thing we'd like to know, is there an evil entity here?
What the hell is that noise? What the world?
Run.
This encounter comes from YouTube channel Grizzly Gaz, known for sharing his outdoor adventures, camping gear tests, and quiet nights in the British woodland. True to his channel's spirit of exploring the unknown, he set out on October 30th, 2022, seeking solitude in a secluded spot he had camped in before. What began as a peaceful night of testing new equipment and enjoying the eerie stillness of the woods soon unraveled into something far more unsettling. His plan for the evening was simple: set up his new one-wind tarp, hammock, and conduct a quiet investigation into some strange occurrences he had noticed on previous visits. With his dog Fenzel by his side, he aimed to test his new gear, run a trail camera, and maybe capture something unexplained on his night vision scope.
Look how creepy it is in here already. Beautiful, but creepy. Now you see this steep bank in here. My camp is down at the bottom of there, and then there's another steep banking at that side with another path that runs through on top of that ridge up there. Right, so this is where I usually have my hammock set up across here. That's where my tent was last time, down there. But there used to be another tree here somewhere, but I don't know where that's gone. And look, they've been trying to saw that down for some reason. Poor tree. That's where the stream is, where we've come up. That's where the big banking is, where we were before. Up on top of there's a path that runs along top of that ridge. And then all this is pretty enclosed down here, and that's why I like it, really.
Before settling in, Gaz took a moment to take a look at the layout of his camp. He pointed out the steep banking, the game trails now blocked by fallen trees, and the strange saw marks on a tree someone had tried to cut down. Moments later, he set up his trail camera on a tree near the stream, aiming it back toward camp, and got to work installing his new gear before the rain arrived. With his tarp pitched and hammock hung, Gaz settled in as darkness swallowed the woods. The temperature dropped and the familiar sounds of the forest began to shift.
What the fuck? Hello? Sure, I just heard someone whistling. Hello? Fucking birds are going nuts again. At least it's not them blackbirds that are going nuts this time.
As Gaz sat in the dark, trying to avoid using too much light, the quiet was broken. Birds began calling aggressively. Then a whistle drifted through the forest, sharp, thin, and moving in a rising and falling rhythm that did not belong to the wind or the nearby stream. Gaz searched the darkness and called out, but was met with silence. He stood completely still, straining to identify the source. Seconds later, the atmosphere changed once again, growing heavier and far more unsettling.
sure I've just heard someone coughing. Let me turn these lights off. And that's how dark it is down here. Pitch black. Crows are going nuts again. Don't really want to use much light because I don't want people to know that I'm here, because you can see when there's light down here, you can see it from up there, because one at times that I were here, I had a fire down here and then I went for a wander up there and you could see the fire from up there, so you're going to be able to see lights and stuff down here.
What year is it, Amber?
What year is it, Amber? What the hell? Hello? Is there anyone here? Hello? Anyone here?
He heard coughing somewhere within the surrounding darkness. The sound seemed close, yet no movement could be seen beyond the limited reach of his light. Trying to remain calm, Gaz shut off his lights to avoid drawing attention to his location. With the forest now completely pitch black, the sounds of crows, snapping twigs, and distant movement became more noticeable. He called out into the darkness multiple times, attempting to determine if someone else was nearby, but received no response.
Right, gonna go grab the trail camera, see if we've got out. Shoot with that tree. Is that in there? It was falling off. It's a bit strange, isn't it?
By early morning, Gaz woke without recalling any major disturbances during the night, but when he walked to retrieve the trail camera, he found it hanging loose. The strap undone, the angle shifted. Curious and slightly concerned, he checked the recorded footage to see whether anything had triggered the camera overnight, but what it captured raised more questions than answers.
Well, that's a fucking bummer, isn't it? Which means I probably aren't caught out. Fuck, oh, look at this thing. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's creepy. Someone crouching down in front of the camera.
The trail camera appeared to capture the figure of someone crouching directly in front of it during the night. The shape was difficult to identify clearly, but the posture and proximity suggested it was not wildlife. Unnerved by what he found, Gaz quickly packed up his equipment and prepared to leave the forest, unsettled by the possibility that someone, or something, had been moving through the area while he slept. What began as a routine gear test and overnight camp transformed into an encounter filled with unanswered questions. The whistling in the darkness, the unexplained coughing, the strange sounds carried by the rushing stream, and the mysterious crouching figure captured on camera all combined into an experience Gaz could not easily explain. Whatever shared that woodland with him remained hidden within the dense forest, leaving behind only lingering fear and a mystery that may never fully be understood. Meet Angelo, the creator behind the YouTube channel Exploring with Angelo, where he documents overnight explorations in remote wilderness locations. Known for revisiting areas linked to disturbing encounters, Angelo captures his experiences as they unfold in real time. On January 22nd, 2025, Angelo returned to a snow-covered forest where he previously heard unexplained noises and felt watched. Determined to find answers, he and Frank revisited the location during harsh winter conditions. What began as a routine return trip quickly turned into a night filled with unsettling sounds and unexplained activity. As they pushed deeper into the forest, the unsettling atmosphere returned almost immediately. While navigating icy terrain and steep drop-offs, Angelo suddenly stopped after hearing voices echoing from a ravine below the trail.
It's not so bad on the body.
No. It helps. Definitely helps. My problem is,
Hang on, I just heard something talking down that way. How? I swear I just heard people. What the hell? Sorry to cut you off, but I
it's
literally
okay.
heard some
Down
people.
there?
Yeah.
I don't see anything. I don't even... Wait, where does the trail go? No, I'm pretty sure the trail... Yeah, I don't think the trail goes down there.
No, I don't either. But I mean, looking at it, it looks like just a ravine.
No, it's just rocks.
Oh, is it all rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like rocks and caverns and stuff. A lot of trees down there.
Okay, I don't know how I heard voices down there then.
I don't know. Dude, I'm telling you, some of the sounds that I've heard in this place are pretty astonishing.
The voices sounded distant yet clear enough to suggest human speech. The terrain below consisted only of rocks, trees, and snow-covered caverns, making the possibility of someone being there highly unlikely. Frank attempted to verify the sounds, but neither could locate a visible source. The deeper they traveled into the forest, the stronger the feeling became that something was observing them from beyond the tree line.
Well, one thing we'd like to know, is there an evil entity here? What's that? I hear a dog, but I also thought I heard a growl in that
Yeah,
direction.
I heard a growl over here.
Bobby.
Wait, you heard it over there?
Yeah, but yeah, that's why I turned. I heard the
it
dog,
over-
but that's not what I was
Yeah.
listening to.
No, I heard it behind me almost. And the dog as well. The fuck? Like where over there?
Somewhere in that direction there.
Well, I heard it off in back there. Oh, I just saw like a flash. Hope the camera picked that up.
Now it sounds like there's something like flapping back there. What the hell is that?
I don't even know.
What the hell could be flapping?
This light on here is not the greatest. Well, I'm gonna go check this area.
I'm gonna take a walk this way just to cover
Okay.
ground a little bit.
Yeah, just
I got
be,
your phone on me.
Okay.
After successfully starting a campfire, the pair attempted to communicate using a spirit box. The device began producing fragmented responses that appeared to relate directly to their surroundings. Combined with the unexplained sounds and the dark figure they had seen moving between the trees, the uneasy feeling grew stronger, as if something was watching them from beyond the tree line. Moments later, they left the fire to investigate noises coming from the darkness surrounding their campsite.
I could have sworn I saw something by like that grouping of trees. Oh, the fuck was that? Was that Frank? Oh, what the hell was that? What the fuck? Dude, that was like literally... Oh. Shit. Dude, something literally just snarled at me. As if it was right next to me. What the hell? Okay, fuck that. Back to the campsite.
While searching the tree line, he reported hearing something moving close by. Seconds later, a loud snarl erupted from the darkness, sounding as if it came from just beside him. Startled and visibly shaken, Angelo quickly retreated back toward the fire, convinced that whatever made the sound had been within only a few feet of him. Refusing to leave without answers, he and Frank pressed deeper into the forest, unaware that the disturbing activity was about to intensify.
It almost kind of sounds like it's faint, but it almost kind of sounds like something's up in the trees.
It does a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell's that tapping?
I don't know. It sounds like something's literally like shaking the tree.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Wait, I hear something different. It sounds like that clicking noise we've heard before. Fuck. What the fuck is that? Yeah. We're kind of like frozen, like I want to go and check,
I know.
but at the same time, kind of like,
I'm losing a lot of heat quick.
yeah. For a second, I thought I saw something up there. That was weird. I don't know if it's, again, just the nighttime playing tricks on me, but... Okay. I think maybe we'll just start heading back.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trek.
Yeah.
Strange tapping and clicking noises echoed through the trees, followed by the sound of branches violently shaking overhead. The noises appeared to move around them, slowly closing in, rising in volume before cutting off without warning. As temperatures dropped rapidly and the sounds continued around them, they made the decision to return to their campfire before leaving the forest entirely. What began as a return trip to document unexplained sounds quickly escalated into a series of disturbing encounters. From voices echoing through the ravine and shadow figures moving through the snow, to aggressive snarls in the darkness and chilling responses from the spirit box, the night left Angelo and Frank convinced that something unknown occupied the forest. Whatever moved through those frozen woods remained hidden, but its presence was felt throughout the entire investigation, leaving behind a mystery neither of them could explain. Bear is the creator behind the YouTube channel Exploring with Bear, where he documents explorations in remote and often haunted or high-risk locations, capturing his experiences in real time. On September 1st, 2025, Bear returned to Murder Road, a remote and infamous location where multiple bodies had been discovered and violent crimes had historically occurred. That evening, he and his wife, Tiff, ventured toward the section of road where the first two victims were ambushed by a hidden gunman near the lakeshore. Surrounded by dense woods and shrouded in darkness, the area carried a palpable sense of danger, setting the stage for a tense and unpredictable night.
So a lot of the bodies were found back in the woods and stuff, but they put...
Did you hear the people yelling? It sounds like people are yelling.
I did. Maybe there's some people way back here. There's no cars though. We were the only cars. But yeah, I did hear a voice again. Check that out.
Big hole.
Wow, the road's caving in right there. It's a sinkhole. Man, I do keep hearing voices though. I just heard it again. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like it's off in the distance. So, voices and a gun.
Jerry.
There was a scream right after that.
Nope, I'm done. A gunshot?
Yeah, but we got one too. And that was far off as well.
I mean, bullets go fast, though.
As darkness fell, the couple advanced further into the forest, attempting to locate reflectors marking sites where bodies had been discovered. Unexplained noises, voices, distant screams, and gunshots echoed around them. At several points, Bear heard something moving close by, causing both to stop and assess their surroundings. Shadows and brief flashes of light heightened the uncertainty, and the lack of clear visibility created a tense and unpredictable atmosphere.
Look, look. Give me the camera. Give me the camera. Take my light.
I will take what?
Take my light. To put the lights down. Where'd they go? You see that back there, babe?
There's a light.
There is.
What the hell?
There's a light back there. There's no cars here, babe.
People here.
I know.
You guys. Jerry.
Hold on. Hold on. We're okay. I want to get that light on camera better. Where'd it go? Do you see it? The light went out. I don't see it no more.
Jerry. No.
What do you mean?
I'm done. What do you mean close people encounters?
Close people encounters.
What does that mean?
Well, when I had a tent here, 2 people came up and was messing around my tent.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, my heart.
And then when I was back here, there was somebody in the woods walking around with no flashlight and got really close to me. I ran out of here then.
The situation escalated when a mysterious light appeared in the distance. Bear and Tiff were unsure whether it was another person, a vehicle, or something more sinister. Coupled with the nearby gunfire and sounds of movement through the woods, they were forced to maintain constant vigilance. Bear recounted previous encounters in the area, including times strangers approached him alone at night, emphasizing the real threat posed by unseen individuals.
Oh, did you hear that? Something's back there right now. I've never been all the way back here. So, I tucked back here the last time I walked back here because there was a person back in there following me. And I seen this and I was trying to get a shot at him, like a look, seeing if I could see him. Cobwebs in the face.
I was about to say I'd like to go in front of you.
Here, let's get it. We need to get out of bed. What the world?
Run?
They just said run. Wait a minute. What's going on with my flashlight?
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm done. I'm done. Hey, I'm serious. I'm done.
What?
I'm not going any further. I want to go back. I want to go home.
There, that's where I needed it set.
Babe,
Huh?
I want to go home. Someone just screamed run twice.
Okay.
Deep within the woods, they observed movement in the forest behind them, as if someone or something was following them. Unidentifiable sounds, including breaking twigs and squeaks, kept the tension high. While trying to locate reflectors and navigate the forest safely, the couple frequently paused, unsure if their senses were being tricked by shadows or if the danger was real.
Something just moved back there.
Come on, move.
Oh. Something just moved again, like it's following us. Listen. There's a set of trees, and then I think there's just a field on the other side of that thicket.
I hate this. They need to cut this. Somebody needs to cut this down. You should cut this down.
It's an abandoned road.
Nope, I've got.
What happened? What happened? What just happened? What just happened? Why are we running? Hey! What? Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Oh, please stay with me.
Wait! Hey! No! Quit running! What?
Stay with me.
Quit running! What? Just stay here.
Please, please.
Come here. Come by me. You acted like something was on the right side, but I just heard something on the left. Why we was running? Oh, is that eyes? What? Go.
The tension piqued the movement they noticed in the road behind them again. The fear that they were being pursued, prompting Bear to instruct Tiff to stay close as they attempted to retreat. Panic and adrenaline surged when a glint of eyes or perhaps a reflective object caught their attention, forcing them to freeze briefly in the darkness. As they made their way back to the truck, an unseen presence seemed to follow them, heightening their fear until they could no longer wait and broke into a desperate run. After regrouping, they paused to assess the situation. While no direct threat materialized, the combination of unexplained noises, lights, and previous encounters underscored just how quickly the situation could escalate in an area with a violent history. The uncertainty of whether the disturbances were human, wildlife, or something else left lingering questions about the true dangers present. Although Bear and Tiff eventually returned safely to the vehicle, the evening served as a stark reminder of how unpredictable and perilous explorations in abandoned and criminally active areas can be. What or who was moving in the woods behind them? Were the gunshots and light signs of nearby people or something far more dangerous? And how might the situation have unfolded if they had been alone or caught off guard in the darkness? Encounters like this demonstrate that the most unsettling experiences often come not from what is fully understood, but from the unknown forces that leave explorers questioning just how close they came to real danger. Adam is the creator behind the YouTube channel Ad's Ventures, where he documents life on the road through solo van travel, overnight stays in remote or unfamiliar locations, and real-time experiences exploring different countries across Europe. Traveling in his converted van, known as the Pigeon, Adam captures the unpredictable nature of life on the road, where routine overnight stops can quickly turn into unsettling encounters. On December 11th, 2024, Adam parked overnight at a motorway service station, planning a routine rest stop before continuing his journey toward Prague. However, during the early hours of the morning, the calm was abruptly broken when Adam was suddenly awakened by voices dangerously close to the rear doors of his van.
I do believe it is a Shell garage, which makes me feel like I am right at home. But this services is not where I began my evening last night. I attempted to sleep somewhere else until an incident struck. So I originally rocked up to the previous services down the motorway, and I started to go to bed as usual. In fact, it was a very nice, calm, relaxing evening. Until around about 3 a.m, maybe half 2, something like that. There I was dreaming the most beautiful dream, probably about pita breads and dolphins and all that. And I was awoken, half awoken, I was in a bit of a daze, by some voices that were literally about 2 centimetres away from my back door. Just to clarify, I mean the rear doors on the van. So I hit the button to turn my CCTV on, and what did I see? 2 hooded, semi-balaclavaed youths right next to the van, and they walked around to the side here. Now in my head, I'm thinking, are they going to break into the Pigeon? Are they going to break into the Pigeon? By the way, for those who don't know, my van is called the Pigeon. And I got in my head to the part where I said, are they going to break into? And then I heard them try the door. So in my confused, half asleep state, I just shouted, "Pigeon!" At the same time, I jumped out of bed. I pulled back this curtain, which separates off the cab, so I could see out the windows, and sure enough, right by this door, there were 2 guys trying to break into my van.
Earlier that night, Adam parked at a motorway service station, expecting a routine overnight stop. The area seemed quiet, but during the early hours of the morning, that peace was suddenly broken by an encounter that left him shaken and forced him to abandon the location entirely. Unsure of how close he had come to something far more dangerous, Adam later reviewed the CCTV recordings from his van, hoping to understand exactly what had happened while he slept. What the cameras captured would reveal just how close the situation had come to escalating beyond his control.
Right. So for some reason they've walked up towards the motorway and then they've come back into the service area. Yeah, they're coming directly to my van and they're going round the back of my van. Okay, so this is obviously when I heard their voices. Oh no, they're going straight up to... They're going straight up to my driver's window and they're looking in it. I swear I heard them right behind the van though. So he's staring right in the driver's window trying to see what he can see. I think he touched something there, did he? Okay, this is the point. So now they've gone round the back of the van. Now remember, at this stage, I'm still fast asleep, right? So let's pull up the back of the van. So enter the thieves around the rear of the van. They take a quick look at the back. One of them's smoking something. Maybe he's innocent. Maybe they were just smoking. I heard them. That's where I heard them talking. And I was sort of in a daze. And I was like, what is going on? They've gone back round to the other side of the van now. So let's pull that camera back up. Actually, no, it definitely wasn't innocent, because I remember I heard them actually touch the handle. Oh yeah, look, there we go. Right, he's bent down there. What's he doing? Yeah, he's trying to do something there. And that was where I shouted, "Pigeon!" Look at that! Right, let's just rewind that again. Right, so he's keeping an eye on that lorry that's leaving, and he's bent down doing something by my van. He must be trying to hide the fact that his hand's like touching the handle. But this is the point where I heard the handle go, and I'm half asleep, and I shout, "Pigeon!" And I rush up and I open up this curtain here, and then you can see as soon as I do that, he says something to his mate, and they scupper off. So if we go back to the front camera, we should, yeah, there we go. So that's them. As soon as they know that I'm in the van, they're now just disappearing off into the night, as though nothing's happened. And then, oh look, have they stopped? Are they trying a lorry? I know, maybe they haven't. The footage isn't that good quality, obviously, because it's real dark. But I think you can see they are just walking off into the distance there.
The footage revealed that the individuals deliberately ignored the rear doors entirely, instead focusing on gaining access through the side entry point, suggesting they may have been attempting to steal the vehicle itself rather than its contents. Their actions only stopped when Adam's sudden movement inside alerted them that the van was occupied. Within seconds, they abandoned their attempt and walked away, vanishing into the darkness as if nothing had occurred.
Judging by the footage, I must have misjudged. It was less of a scarper, more of a saunter. But at least I stopped them from smashing a window or jacking a door open or whatever. Unbelievable, dirty criminal.
Although no damage was done and the attempted break-in was prevented, The encounter served as a stark reminder of the vulnerability that comes with overnight travel in unfamiliar locations. What began as a routine stopover turned into a tense confrontation that could have escalated far beyond a failed attempt. The presence of the two individuals remained unexplained, leaving Adam with unsettling questions that lingered long after the night had ended. Who were the figures moving silently around his van in the darkness? What were their true intentions had Adam not woken when he did? And how differently might the night have unfolded if the CCTV had failed to alert him, or if he had remained asleep while the situation quietly escalated beyond his control? Encounters like this serve as a sobering reminder that sometimes the most unsettling experiences are not the ones we fully understand, but the ones that leave us wondering how close we came to something far worse. Meet Xander, the creator behind the YouTube channel Xander Budnick, where he documents off-grid camping experiences and survival experiments in remote wilderness locations. Known for testing extreme conditions and unpredictable environments, Xander captures his experiences as they unfold in real time. On March 28, 2021, Xander set out to camp in early spring, navigating snow, rain, and fluctuating temperatures. What began as a routine outdoor experiment quickly turned into a night filled with tense wildlife encounters and unexpected challenges.
I'm gonna let the fire settle before I cook the steak. That'll be a better idea. So I'm gonna wait on that. Dough, flour, mozzarella, green pepper, onions, tomato sauce. Let's see how this goes. That'll do. Yep, it worked. That definitely worked. The one side looks really good and then the other side is completely burnt, but the burnt side isn't as bad as it looks.
After scouting for a flat, snow-free spot, Xander began setting up his camp. With few trees available, he improvised a tarp frame using collected branches. He then set up his fire and cooked pizza pockets with flour, mozzarella, green peppers, onions, and tomato sauce. The harsh conditions and uneven terrain made even these basic tasks more challenging than expected.
So it's getting to be about that time where bears are coming out of hibernation. I'm not exactly sure when they come out, but just to be safe, I'm going to start hanging my food up in trees again, away from camp. So I was going to do that just now, and I attached this long piece of paracord to this log and I hucked it up over a branch. But all the rope came with it, and I thought it wasn't gonna go with it, but it did. And the log got caught about 20 feet off the ground. So I had to spend the next like 5-10 minutes just poking it out with a stick. I feel a little bit goofy, but hey, I got it back, and we're ready to give it another attempt at a different location. Hopefully not getting it stuck this time. Not getting it stuck this time though. So we got a line hung on that branch just back there. It's about 20 feet up. When I'm ready to go to bed and done with all my food and dishes. Today was supposed to rain all day, but it looks like it's not gonna rain. I checked the weather radar again. It looks like I'm right in this clear patch between two systems. So I'm right in the sweet spot to miss it. I see lightning far off in the distance over here. And every time I check the weather, it's showing me that there's less and less chance of it raining today. Great, but not great.
As the day turned to evening, he prepared to hang his food to avoid encounters with bears emerging from hibernation. After finally securing the food away from camp, Xander settled in for the night, expecting rain but finding clear skies instead. As darkness fell, strange and unsettling noises began echoing through the campsite, breaking the quiet and keeping every sense on high alert. Once he drifts into sleep, strange, piercing cries echo through the surrounding wilderness, jolting Xander to high alert. The unseen source of the cries remains concealed in the darkness, creating a tense, unpredictable atmosphere as the unfamiliar, almost unnatural sounds make it impossible for him to determine what might be lurking nearby. Even as morning light finally breaks through the wilderness, the lingering memory of the night's unexplained cries underscores the quiet but very real dangers of early spring camping, where unknown sounds, shifting wildlife activity, and limited visibility make constant awareness a necessity.
That was a great trip. So I was anticipating rain this whole time, but what we got was just perfect hiking and camping weather. There's no bugs still. Bears are just coming out of hibernation, so I have to deal with the food, and that's an added little bit of discomfort because I don't know how bears act in early spring, especially when they're coming out of hibernation super hungry. I know when I wake up in the morning, I'm a hungry boy, so I don't know what a bear's like after they come out of a 3, 4, 5 month hibernation period. Hopefully the bear wouldn't be coming sniffing me thinking I'm food.
The incident with the high-hanging food, combined with the unexplained nocturnal noises, served as a stark reminder that even well-prepared outdoor experiments can quickly escalate into high-risk situations when unpredictable unknown creatures and environmental hazards are involved. Who or what was moving just beyond the edge of sight? How close had danger really come before he noticed? For Xander Budnick, what began as a routine test of seasonal camping conditions quickly evolved into a tense encounter with the unforgiving realities of wilderness survival. Moments like these serve as a powerful reminder that even minor oversights or unseen presences can transform a peaceful night in the woods into a situation requiring immediate awareness and deliberate action. It also raises an unsettling question. What might have unfolded if the noises had gone unnoticed or the food had been left unsecured?